everybody. Welcome back to the BamCast podcast. The BamCast, as always, is the home of the anti-PC. Shout out to Boomdraw Physics, as always, for the intro song you're hearing right now. And shout out to Prismatic Verse for the intro sequence you just saw. Alright. Shout out also to California Apparel. Use promo code BAM20. Get 20% off anything you've ordered, and you directly help the podcast. It's called CaliforniaApparel.com. Also, check out our YouTube page, guys. YouTube.com. The BamCast. Know what I'm saying? Feel free, subscribe, share it with your friends. It's literally the pod you're listening to, but you get to see us. Know what I'm saying? Do the thing, my friends. As Bob would say, it's about time. So, here with me tonight, as always, like I just mentioned, is the faithful co-host Bobby B.
Wipery.
And tonight, our guests, would you like to introduce yourself, sir?
I don't have like a cool. He said Bobby B. It's Jemmy D. I don't. What the fuck is the D for?
Why?
Yo, we have to do that over.
No.
We have to do that over.
No.
You can't see me like this.
Wow. No. Lower.
Yo, it's Gemma.
Lower.
You know what I mean?
Yo,
Yeah,
I
the
s-
McFarlane. Up.
I said
there.
it tonight, we podding. We were partying before the podcast started, and it was such a fun par. So, yo, guys.
Yeah.
Lava splash.
Yes! Alright, so as you guys know, right, we have the eternal struggle. Where for the first half of the podcast, I always say half, it's like 20 minutes. I tried to do a pod. And then Bob goes, oh, I guess this is not my time. Oh, you guys should really watch.
Yeah.
But he always
Time to
throws
bury the
in.
mic.
He always throws in the most fire ad libs.
Playing a little tennis
So,
there,
or
Jamar.
Yeah, no, it's fun. Back to you, Bob.
I'm back to you, Richard.
Back to you in the field, Cotton.
No, do you? Oh my God!
Bro, God.
Oh
A
my!
bit sensitive there.
Oh my
No,
Gaza!
no. I'd definitely be a
Touch-
field slave. You know?
touch-
I'm
I
built for
feel
it.
slave.
I feel slave. A full-on field slave. I'd be like, wade
In the water.
No, we're in the fucking fields. There's no
Wade
No, I
in the
was
water.
definitely in the house.
water. No, yeah.
Fam, I didn't even think you were here when slavery
Everything
was
we
going
did,
on.
he'd be like, Massa. They're planning a raid.
You were J. Cole in that video, but you weren't out for good.
No.
You're out for massa.
No. Something there. Samuel L. Jackson in Django.
Hobbling.
Oh, that old
Shoot you in your
Negro.
kneecaps.
Uncle Ruckus.
Your uncle. Yo, you know
That
my
reverse
favorite.
vitiligo.
Yeah, my favorite part of all the Boondocks is when Uncle Ruckus found out he was 98% African with a 2% margin of error.
That was funny.
He's 101% black.
The man nearly dead.
Man's 99. Sorry, guys, with a 2% margin of error. Either he's 97% black or 102.
101%. Yeah. Man is huge. Hugely black.
All right, guys, I'm gonna try to pod quickly. I joke, not quickly at all. It's the BamCast. All right, yo. So first and foremost, I'm on Twitter scrolling through one day, and I see this video where it's Sean Paul and a bag of other people that I fuck with, and it's just they're on
God.
it's a minimalist style video. It's word art coming at you. You know what I mean? It's word art coming at you. There's stuff on the backdrop, and I had
Please
literally
Google the term self-hamstringing.
because that's what he's doing right
That's
now.
my style of comedy, bro.
So I just woke up one morning, right? Saw that and I was like, yo, this is bad. And then I saw produced by right there. You guys should really watch it.
J-Dog.
I'm not even
it's a
trying
G.
to I'm not even trying to baby
G-Dog.
I'm not even
No,
trying
no.
to baby you guys anymore. You guys should watch. Anyway, so right? So I was like, yo, all right, instantly hit a follow.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah, that was it. I was like, yo, follow.
That's
then
why it's pinned. Now you know.
Then after about like 2 or 3 days
Super
of
Show
following
Show.
the page and seeing the video be retweeted, and I'm like, yeah, bad mad, it's in the circle. I'm happy it's being seen. I then see the dog come out with some mental health like talks. And if anyone knows me thus far, it's a very soft spot for me on the mental health thing,
Brain
right?
is indeed a very soft spot.
Do we have
Yes.
tissues?
No, it's not that kind of soft spot. It's just it's something that if I hear, I judge real hard. Either like I will see someone talking about that and I'll be like, nah, fuck that guy, that's some shit. Or I hear someone talking about it and I'll be like, yeah,
That's some real shit.
you do the good work. Know what I'm
Which
saying?
one was I?
Yo,
Oh, shit.
you're right there.
Yo, they briefed me and the dog. They briefed
Bono!
you know, differently still, you're going to leave, right?
It's the same thing that happened on the set, bro. BAY up, I can't manage.
Just so you know,
Can't manage.
just so you know, you're going to have to leave.
That's cool.
Pre-production
That's
out
cool.
the door. Anyway,
Thanks for
visiting the
thanks for
BamCast.
stopping by.
It's been a good
It's been
pause.
reached two big guys, boys.
It's been, but not no man is you up in there, brother. I'm yo,
Yo, that's three. That's three. That's three. Nah.
That's survive.
Woo.
Will I make it to the end?
Just keep an eye on the
Yeah,
dot
no,
and you're
the
good
dot.
to go.
There's
Alright.
a lot here.
Anyway, saw the mental health thing.
But yo, I'm clumsy enough to like make it drop out.
No, just pre that and don't trust Bob. All right. So saw the mental health
So
thing,
sorry.
and I was very much interested, and you were very much not the. This
Thank
was like,
God.
yo, he doing the good. He doing the good work, and then
Well,
like
know.
Netanya retweets, and then I
Yeah.
see like a bunch of other people retweeting, and that like. Because they're retweeting your stuff, I'm seeing more and more what you're doing.
Cool.
I was like, yo, this dog is like,
You know, we doing shit.
we need more of this.
I didn't know Natanya knew I existed.
Bro,
so
what?
that's cool.
It's like, yo, we need more of this.
Yeah.
So I immediately
Big
go,
up no necks.
no neck, no necks, nuts.
I'm sorry. It's cute though. It's fine.
Adorably miniature.
Yeah, man. When she dropped out of heaven, she landed on her head. That's what happened. So she just kind of squished.
Yo, I'm sorry. It's just the culture.
Yeah, we only roast people that we like. Anybody,
You know,
and
you
anybody
need
we
to go
don't like,
back and
we'll
listen to
move it
the
along.
episode where she was on the BamCast.
Yeah. a bit
Before
roastage.
before Nets chat even took off,
Before
we
Ned's chat was a thing.
roasted her blood clots.
Out of love.
Like
Can I
Out
just
of
acknowledge
love.
the, rich,
Well, I
the
roasted
richness
her.
of that blood clot? You can't say it like that. Nobody says it like that.
It's completely out of love. So, Doug, tell them about, first and foremost, I want you to tell them about the music video.
Scene. All right.
Then I'm going to stick a pin right there.
All right.
We're going to talk about what exactly is a director. Because everyone knows what
That's
a
a good
DJ is.
question.
Everyone knows what like a sound
nobody
guy-
knows what a DJ is.
A DJ play music at a party. According
What
to
about
the
the
average
EDM
Jamaican.
ones that do the
According to the average, but is that
that
not done,
slide the things
that
and
not
turn
done
the
at a
knobs
party?
and bounce?
Is that not at a party? The average Jamaican pre is a DJ or someone who play music for enough people at a party.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ask the average Jamaican what's a director though. Them guys say they
Them-
make movie.
yeah, make
You know how
movie.
much goes into making
That's
something.
true. I haven't even made one film, but I call myself a filmmaker. It's weird.
Boom.
It's
So,
weird. So,
tell
yeah.
us about the Sean Paul music video first
Yo,
and foremost,
alright.
where
So-
he goes, "We did it with a low budget." It was
Alright.
shot, bro.
First, it did shut, but like, yeah, man, a fully low budget. So first of all, it's a Spragga Ben song, and Spragga was like, "Yo, we're doing a remix to this song, Ray." But I didn't meet him first. I met, what's his name? Bambino. I'm so sorry. ZJ Bambino is my client. So he's super chill about it. He's like, "Yo, I want to do a little video." I'm like, "Oh, cool, run of the mill." I go to the studio, and then I see Sasko walking. I'm like, "What's going on?" And I say, "Spragga
Agent
walking."
Sasko.
Agent Sasko. I see. And I hear, "Oh yeah, Sean Paul coming to you." I'm like,
bounce
"Yo,
up
what
the hoop,
what's happening?" It's like, "Oh, we're doing a music video with all of them." And I'm like, "You're telling me this the night before?" So I'm like, "Yo,
That's a
I'm
shit,
not
bro,
ready."
I just brought my word art. I'm not
You
ready
see
for
me?
this
I'm
shit
not
right
ready for
now.
this. I had to come up with the concept on spot because this is the day before the shooting. I just booked the studio and say, "Yo, we'll do a little thing," and then him drop the bomb on me. So I'm like, "Okay, let's go with something." Colors billing. We all know colors billing. I love that. So I was inspired by what they do. They just have their simple one color and them just performing to the mic. I actually want to go on colors one day.
Fam,
No,
I
we
love
fuck with
colors
that.
so much. Like
Yeah.
colors is usually a part of what we play before the podcast. That because it's
Dope
good
shit.
because they have good shit.
Dope shit. So I was like, yo, let's recreate that in a fun way. And let's just make the artists them have fun. Let's let their personalities shine through. You know what I mean? Let's not bring through a bag of girl and thing. Although they wanted to, I'm not going to lie. They did want to, but I'm like Spragga. If you all try to do a different concept, just dash with all of that. And trust me, it'll be fine. And it turned out fine. The problem though, that was the first time I've ever done green screen like that. As you know, I'm a fraud. I don't really shoot. I don't really shoot.
Yo,
You
the
see?
man
I
started.
don't
The
set
man
up my life.
started this shit
I
with
have
yo. I'm
to.
a fraud.
I'm telling
the
you.
man, the man is
I'm
sticking to
telling
this.
you from
I'm a
now.
fraud.
Great job
The man
marketing his
The
personal
man them
brand.
asked me what kind of lights in there. So I say, "Oh, what that?" I joke. But that's funny enough. That's kind of what directors do sometimes. You don't necessarily shoot. A lot of people, they hear director and you think you have the camera and you do everything. Really, the director just gathers together the most talented people.
If I had to play charade and I had
Yeah.
to like describe what a director was, I'd do this.
Straight. Literally, we just look in and say, "I like that. I don't like that."
You were saying
easy
you. I'm sorry, I cut you. You were saying you
That's
gather
fine.
the people.
Yeah, you gather the most talented
And then
people.
direct them.
and give them your vision.
And give them
Direct
directions.
them. Not, well, most of the time,
That's
my style is make sure at all times, like, I'm the least skilled person on set. Everybody around me is supposed to be like top of top. And it makes the job easier. You can just tell them, yo, I want this look like this. And then they make it look like this.
There you
There
go.
go the
There you go.
headphones.
With the
normally this is how you get
Yo.
Martin.
Yo,
Shut
cut
up.
this out.
Shut up.
This first guest so them headphones drop off.
That don't mean no, because he
take
was
2.
talking about, you know,
It's the locks.
It's the lock.
more than
Yeah,
likely,
no, yeah.
I got no hair on my head in preparation for when I go bald.
Okay,
I find it
okay,
so funny.
Avatar.
We shave our heads and then complain when we go bald. It's
Last
weird.
year.
No. We shave our heads when our hairline reaches
The widow's
middle.
stuff.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
When our
When I
hair,
try salvage it.
fam, when our
When your hairline look like Vegeta.
I was born that way.
It
I
goes
was born
straight-
that way.
You were born that. Oh, man. Whoa! Bro!
He didn't point. If he didn't point this out, you wouldn't notice it. If I was born that
The
way.
line is here and the rest of it is like.
Yeah, Vegeta though.
Your
It's just that
medulla.
my head, if your
I
head was a
have
little
a-
bit bigger though,
I have a very pronounced widow speak. Leave
Alright,
it
Mega
alone.
Mind.
widow's stuff piece, bro.
Easy me.
He calls me nigga mind.
Yeah, so that,
You
that was the
direct
video.
people on the set how
I
to make
direct
the
people on
video.
the set,
You
you know.
said,
That makes
quote
you a
unquote,
director.
you had a low budget.
Low budget.
What exactly does that mean?
Am I
Because
even
to the
allowed to say
average,
that?
are you really not? Is it
No,
something
it's fine because we knew what it was. People have this perception.
I
of
want
artists that
I
everybody
want no
rich and
specifics.
thing.
I just want to know like what
overall?
what in your opinion is coming in? Okay, if you call it, you know, low, it might have not been what you wanted, so then you worked around it and you
Yeah.
still produced an amazing piece of thing.
Like,
What's that whole chain like?
what do you mean? What do you mean by
In the
chain?
diplomatic terms,
The chain from
you had a constraining budget.
Yeah, all right. So
So with those
This is
constraints
why we
in
co-host.
thank you for the
Host.
English.
this
Yeah.
is why we co-host.
with those constraints in
Yeah.
mind,
How did you go for it
you,
and create?
yes, how did
Yeah.
you flex your creative muscles
Because
within the confines of a restricted
you know,
budget?
interesting. Sometimes that makes it
The young
easier.
Bob learned
you know?
to pod. Look at the young Bob learning to pod.
Button up. How did you?
Yes.
Like I'm on profile.
No, forget the call center voice.
But yeah, no, all right. So because that kind of make it easier sometimes because when you have a lot of money, there's so much you can do. When you have a little bit of money,
That's why rich people do fucked up shit.
Yep. That's why we got the last
Cause
Game
you
of
have the money
Thrones.
to do it.
Anyways,
The bitch.
the bitch. So the parameters were very set. So
That's
John, no, don't go on your knees, man.
That's what he did.
I
though.
don't nothing wrong with that. Anyway,
I don't know that kind of why, but I'm gonna let you go.
kind of wise. Anyways,
If Bob did why that, I was gonna draw out my folder of stories I have about this nigga.
Put
straight.
yourself down.
It's 2019, guys. 2019.
Bend the knee.
Bend the bump. Bend the knee. Yo, thank you for that. I'm going to tell
Wow.
every girl to just say that to me.
Just to say that to me. The man says, wow. Ah, boy. Okay,
So as you
Jamie.
were saying,
Yeah, so sorry.
JB,
Please,
I
just
told
don't
you-
laugh at this fucking
guys,
ass.
that's Kylo Ren. I told you
I'm
guys.
sorry,
I told
Kylo
you
Ren.
guys we're gonna pod.
sorry.
Darth Vader over here chuckling at you too. I told you guys we're gonna pod today, and this
We
is pod
pod-podding.
podding. Now I said,
All right, so yeah, it makes it easy. You know your parameters. I said, I know I can't do one bag of locations. I have to do a studio. It has to be a control set. It has to be minimalistic. And what better way to take somebody somewhere without taking them somewhere than green screen? So I say, oh, can we do a green screen? I've never done it before. But Bambino was like, have you ever done green screen? I'm like, fuck yeah. What are you talking
Fuck
about?
you mean,
"Oh, you mean
dog?
after I be a master?"
I mean,
at
alright,
green
nah,
screen.
I did it once for a commercial, but not on that
Shit.
scale.
Check out my sonogram.
You see me
Your
like,
floaties and shit in there.
him say, yo, you have anything you can show us? I'm like, let me show you an example. You know what I'm saying? And so we just go from there and then I just call up, like, after everything gone, I just call up my camera guy, Dane, in a panic and say, yo, dog, we have a big shoot tomorrow. And the man said, like, he woke up. It was like 2 a.m. He's like, oh, brother, cool. I'm sure he didn't hear a shit I said.
Yo, I love the time and hours that creatives, quote unquote, call each other. I
Yup.
love it. I love it
but you
because
know
I've
what, yeah.
never heard a story where someone goes, "So yeah, dog, I did link him at 2 p.m. in the afternoon."
Oh, no.
It's always like, "So dog, I did link him at 4 a.m.
That's
and like
chump
we
hours.
did go do the thing."
And the
Know what I'm
sun
saying?
a peek over and I say, "Bumba clap, I know what I do."
You see me? Ooh, mood music. So, yeah.
Boom.
Excuse me?
That's what happened.
Relax.
Yeah, no. So and then I set up. I have a good relationship with like the studio people, and it's Kurt Wright's father's studio, Hugh Wright. It's Just Right Photography.
Dropping names on your
Dropping
moms.
names on you. Kurt Wright is actually a big hero of mine. One of the great Jamaican filmmakers.
Big up
Big up yourself, Kurt.
You will hear absolutely no joke when that name is mentioned. Everybody here just goes, yo, big up yourself in general. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Respect is given where respect is
know?
due.
Funny story though. On the shoot, I was mad nervous, of course. It's the first time I'm meeting the likes of like Sean Paul. That was the funny first meeting. So I'm on the set with the rest of them.
No.
What happened? Wow. What's going on?
It's just funny. I mean,
We
don't have those.
Yo, pause in and pause.
What's-
Resumed video, resumed audio.
We're back.
We back.
So
The last time you left our intrepid travelers
On Dragon Ball Z.
so yeah, so
It's
there
the
I was.
first time you're meeting Sean Paul and them kind of
First
people.
time. Yeah, so Sprague is cool as hell. Sasko is really chill. Ching never reached it. Ching did late.
Every time I hear Sasko must saluting.
I don't think Jamaicans have that celebrity worship thing.
Yeah,
we
no,
don't.
it's fine. But
No,
like,
and I think that's a really healthy part of
sure
work
is.
culture.
yeah, I love it. So yeah, I was just like, oh, he's just a regular guy.
Yeah.
He drives in and somebody's like, yo, Jem, you need to go. So I'm like, why? Paul is here and he's not happy. I was like, yo, what's going on? Don't know where for park. I was like, oh shit. I come out and like he's just there. The door is up. Like, brother, we're from park. We're for park, brother. I'm like, okay, maybe you can go to them. But nah, go out on the road, brother. I was like, whoa, okay.
I'm putting vehicle on the road.
Isn't it? But then I found a little space and I'm like, by the way, I'm the director. So that was the introduction. It's kind of awkward, but it's
Whoa.
cool. I find him really chill.
I'd have been terrified.
Nah, he's really. I just, it's cool people. I'm not cool, so I'm in awe of people that are able to actually appear cool.
Man says I'm not cool.
I'm not cool, dog.
When reaching out to the dog to do the podcast, all right?
hard for this
I
somebody.
typed and it's hard to diss somebody that diss themselves.
Dog.
Yo, when like reaching out to the dog to do the podcast, all right? I typed
I want to
and
boost him.
yo, what? I typed and I retyped and I deleted
What?
so much.
Oh, did I?
So
Why?
So
Yeah, big
much.
director,
Oh,
dog.
come on.
You have directed a music video by international music artists, including
I typed-
Sean Paul, who has been in the music industry.
Alright,
for
pretty
over
soon,
20
pretty
years.
soon,
scary.
pretty soon,
Now
pretty
it
soon.
sounds scary.
All right, pretty soon, guys. This podcast.
But did you do
ideally,
it or did I do it?
Exactly, right? So
I
this
did that shit.
podcast
Okay,
from
so then-
this podcast from first thought of, yo, I want to do a podcast with the G to
See.
we're actually here was a 3-week thing. First
Yeah.
week I had to be like, how do I link him? Then one night I was drunk and I was like, yo, just fucking be like, yo, dog, forward to the podcast.
Super chill. Yeah.
And I did, and it worked.
What? Because like, yo,
You were
I've
like
been
a hot
wanting.
girl for a second.
What?
You know how you like stutter to message the girl like
No, I started the message like
Should
most people I
I-
ask on the
should I
podcast, to
not?
be fair.
I just slid in the
Marcy's just
DMs
like, oh my
now.
god, he's such a big star.
But
my
I think
God.
the
How do I
most of
message her?
all of
I
my
love that. I
people's
love that.
dog, like
I love that.
I think
love that.
everybody that comes on the podcast, I'm so mad thankful for. For example, it's like Yannick. I
Oh,
can't,
wow.
I can't
Yannick is a hero.
Bro, I can't explain to you.
Yeah,
Bruh.
like I'm a dog, you know.
I
it's cool.
watch
It's really cool.
Yannick's vlogs
Yeah.
at least once a day, just for like, all right, I want to edit, but like I'm tired or I can't be bothered. I'll watch a vlog or something, and I'll be like, dog, this is a general from Jamaica,
Straight.
and I feel mad inspired, and then like I go do what I'm doing. So the fact that like I can do that with people my age, as mentioned earlier, it mad cool that we came
It's
up with a
bad.
podcast to do this, you know. dog.
Bad af. Shit.
No, I'm
say
saying,
ah.
son. He said but he meant as full.
Yeah, it's a thing in my office. Anyways,
Nah, it ain't a thing here, yo. We are
Yeah,
BamCast,
no.
the home of the anti-PC.
as fuck. It's
So we've been talking about you directing
Yeah.
shit, bro.
Mm.
You meant you work and you advocacy because
the
it
chair?
says in his Twitter
What?
bio.
You have the director chair.
I wish I had one. That's on the phase 3
It
shit.
says in his Twitter bio, okay? Mental health advocate.
Use it.
What does that mean?
Mental health advocate. Well, I'm glad you asked, Marty. A mental health advocate is somebody, don't say it, who advocates
For
for mental wellness. Bumbuckler.
You know, I remember going to like grade 3 English class and,
And
your
the man
teacher
them say
saying
you can't use the
word
words to
define
define
the
the word.
Basically, yo, I just ran
Bob,
into it.
Bob,
I'll just fight.
We didn't even plan to
Okay,
wear the
high
same
five.
colors tonight.
Oh shit!
We didn't
And I'm
even
in
plan.
white.
We didn't even plan to have the black and white going. He got the black and white with the emblem. I got the black and white with the trim.
I'm not going to say something quite wild.
I know you're going to say like something about black and white with your shirt, don't you?
I'm going to say something about Mario.
No,
dog.
no.
Wild, dog. Wild.
Or just
But yeah, I meant to I'd forget. You know, he promos and fuck, it's so hard. He pushes for mental wellness and awareness of mental health and all that shit, and it's near and dear to me, soft stop, because
Why is it near and there too?
Because I'm mentally ill. Actually, I'm diagnosed bipolar type 1. You know what I mean? And my
different types.
yeah, there's type 1 and type 2. Type 2 is like
Is diabetes?
kinda actually, except it's 2. 2 is like
Home of the
depressing.
anti-PC, ladies and gentlemen.
Home of the anti-PC.
Yeah, if that hurt your feelings, you listen to the wrong
Right,
podcast.
you can't have your feelings hurt if an actual bipolar. Come on. Man.
All right. So you said you were.
Yeah, so I'm type 1. Type 1 is like on the manic side. So we're high, we're energetic, we're like ticky, you know. Our brains basically make its own cocaine, which is like, I don't need drugs, I'm fine. It's just like
high,
I'm good.
high off life.
I'm high on the shit my brain is making.
I've
And it's
always-
good shit. If I could package it and sell it, I'd sell it.
I've always found mania really crazy because
Yeah.
you're high on the shit your brain makes, but like
Until it
you are
crashes.
being told no, but you're being told to
Yeah.
like level it down.
Which is
So
fine.
I've always found that amazing to be so high on life, then be like, yo,
We have to build down. Yeah.
bill.
You never watch
Blessing and a curse.
You never watch the movie there with Christian Bale and the gun cutter.
The what?
Equilibrium.
Equilibrium.
You never watch that movie there?
Dope shit.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
happening in real life,
you mean in Equilibrium? Like,
like
they
with the
dulled the
government kids.
emotions
There
and
you
they
go.
took art,
Yeah.
Oh,
gun,
Yep.
and they came up with gun cutter. I feel like you trade and you get back.
they actually created gun cutter for that movie. You know.
Yeah. I
They
know that.
created a whole
I know
martial
that.
art.
Called
It was
called
dope.
gun cuts, and
When I was a kid, I was just,
it had to be functionally correct.
Yeah,
You know?
you with the fucking guns. Why
Yeah.
do I shoot you when I can bust your face?
Yo, I
That
need-
was so
you know,
violent.
I'm so itching to make Jamaican movies because
That
like
was so
you can
violent.
make jokes like these that you can't make
Hold on,
abroad,
hold on,
brother.
hold on. I'm glad there's another media person here. Lidge, big up yourself. But let me tell you something. And there's something you have to change about
What?
the industry as a youth.
All right, bust it.
The cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Why every Jamaican TV
Potato
production
vision.
looks like it's stuck in 1993?
Because they're using cameras from 1993.
Right. I figured as much.
All right, because I don't know what TVJ is doing. The broadcast cameras have been bought for years ago. They don't change them. I guess it's hard to change, or maybe it's expensive
the
to
word.
change. I don't know.
Change the
I don't know. I
cables.
can't talk for that. Please. Honestly,
Buy
I
some
can't talk for that.
HDMIs.
So-
And I don't
Instead
want
of
bad
VGA.
time them.
Look at Bam throwing the reins on this and pulling it right back in.
Right back in. You
How many?
bitch. Yeah.
All right. What's the difference between type 1 and type 2 bipolar disorder,
All right.
and how do you cope with it?
Okay, so type 1, we spoke about the high and the mania and the ooh. Type 2 is like depressive. That's like the dip. That's like the flip side, the yin to the yang or the yang to the yin. So that person is more prone to depressive episodes. Both of them, you have manic and depressive. But it's just like one is more manic and the other it's more depressive. So you're manic and then you come off the hand, get a little bit depressive, or you're depressive and you come off and get a little bit of manic. But you still have that dichotomy going on. It's just one more than the other. I'm so happy that I'm on the manic side. I'm not, to be honest, because depression, I see or something that, you know, brother, that is a tough something.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? At least I mean, I might die because, like, I might jump off a building. But, like, I was, you know.
So how do you manage it on a daily?
On a daily, I'm on meds. So the meds,
Rest
the
in
most
peace,
of the
Susie.
heavy lifting. The meds do the most of the heavy lifting. So that keeps me. But it doesn't keep you. It's like a surge protector, like my psych says.
Is it like Ritalin, where you're just thinking about doing manic stuff, but like your body's like, no?
Not really. No, it's weird. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just it's a journey. It's a slope. So the medication will keep me here. If I'm off the medication, it probably take like a week or 2 weeks for me to get manic, and that's like the point of
Because
no
it have a
return.
build up in your blood. Oh.
Some shit like that. No, but I can't even miss a day dose
Do you take-
because
High five, Manji.
you don't know.
I take a daily dose of an
Yeah.
antidepressant
Yeah.
because you're seeing the depressive part. I very much.
Serious.
I don't have
Serious.
bipolar disorder at all, but like I've been done having apparently according to the
Niggas is
psychiatrist.
clinically sad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
apparently according to the psychiatrist for a while, like not this isn't recent. Bob
Yeah.
didn't know it. I didn't want to talk about this on the pod But fuck it. We can talk about
extra protein in your juice, my G.
we can talk about this on the pod now, right, dog? It's the pod. So yeah, I've been diagnosed as clinically depressed for like a while. So I've been like on a daily medication thing for a while. And I remember once I was like, yo, fuck this thing. Like I remember thinking, yo, fuck this. I'm not my
These drugs aren't helping me.
No. It wasn't that. My literal thought was, fuck this. I'm not broken. Fuck these medications. I don't need it.
Phase.
And then I just like clapped it for 2 weeks. Never again.
Never. You see this jaw mark here?
Bruh.
A man clapped me on my face side because that was my wake up call. I went manic and niggas took me out.
Like maintaining that mental health, yo, is a real thing.
Straight. I'm drinking
So you do stuff like with foundations, with your own personal thing.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I tried to start my own thing,
folk.
but I did tell the fuck. Who
Tell
says
the
that?
folk. The folk is the 600 people who are gonna view tomorrow morning. The other couple thousand that will view, and the 14 on YouTube.
My head is now inflated.
Yeah,
but
14 people that watch.
What was the question?
You guys should really watch. What do you do? What do you do? Is it your foundation? Is it
Right.
Do something
I wanted
for
to
other
do my own
people?
foundation, but because I do so much, it's hard. So I link up by accident, interestingly, with Think Mental Health JA. Me and my Virgin Dane, who is also my cinematographer, went there to do a shoot.
Big up Dane.
Big up Dane Broski. We're supposed to go gym later and probably hate me.
Later today.
Later today, if I'm still up for it. It's like
10:34 p.m.
You gotta get the gains, bro.
My gains go to bed at 9.
Your gains stay there.
Gains?
They just, so yeah. But yeah, so we were there to shoot just a little thing, and we ended up staying for the session. It was cool, and we all shared heart to heart there. So I was like, yo, let me join this organization. So I think Mental Health JA, big up Kim Rose.
Big up.
And I'm also a part of this thing with Alana Wellness called My Minds Matter. You know what I mean? So there's that thing going on. She's gonna try out for the beauty pageant. I think it's Miss Jamaica or something like that, and that's her initiative.
Ooh.
So boom, those are the two I'm aligned with now. And there's also how do I go? Jamaica Mental Health Organization, something. But they link me on Twitter. That's how everybody link me. Just link me on Twitter. Also, if you're
tell them your Twitter handle, like just in case they like for some reason jumped in the middle.
My Twitter handle is Gem. So that's GEMJAMGUIM.
Oh, are you that?
Yeah.
Wow.
I do see your tweets on my timeline.
Yeah,
because I retweet his
Hey, bro,
tweets.
I don't do research before the episode.
No, that's fine. I love that.
I found out who was
G.
here when I got here.
Bob walks.
It's a great element.
Bob walks downstairs. Yo, so who that on the podcast tonight? And I start telling him, and he goes, yo, who that? And then I pull up the page, and he goes, Bomba, yo, that video they bad. And I go, right. Like,
Yo, and I'm sure it happens exactly like that.
every single time. Every single
happened
time.
this evening.
I do the homework for the podcast. Bob shows up. We make magic. You can't create this chemistry. It's not false. This is best friendship.
You can't make that, bruv.
Bob also lives like not two literally, but 2 Jamaican houses down the road.
Yeah, because up here's a big.
I'm around the corner.
Literally.
them.
Literally
corner
around
away.
the corner.
One corner away. Bob don't live far.
Side note, I was actually really fearful coming here. Like, your
I
dogs
can't-
are scary as fuck.
Good.
Not gonna lie.
Good. They
He told
should
me. He told me to touch his
genetic
dog.
fear.
And
Bonnie, I told
like
him to
rub
touch
her.
Bonnie.
I went like this.
And I stopped. Yeah, no, good.
I
You
was
should be. You
scared.
should be. You should be. But
Yeah.
guys, guess what? Guess what?
What it's going on.
Tangential lane. Riggedy Rick. All right, guys.
Poopity scoop.
Poopity scoop.
Whoop, de
Poopity scoop.
Kanye, take your medication. Kanye is bipolar. He actually is bipolar. Kanye, please take your
Yeah,
meds.
he said it.
Don't listen to Kim K. Please take your meds.
Nah, I mean,
Yeah.
so yeah, we're in tangential lane, and as everyone knows, but you never know, you get a new listener. Tangential lane is when we just talk about the most random and fun shit. Now, we used to just go off on the cuff, but I actually write down topics for tangential lane now. Usually, I don't write down more than 4 or 5 because they are, as I said, things that we can go off on tangents about.
Let's go off.
So, first thing on tangential lane. Yo, why do serial killers have groupies?
Oh, that's easy.
Because it's sexy
How
to
did,
kill people.
how did I come up with this idea, right? Today at work, I decided, yo,
He did. He doesn't care what we have to say.
Nothing.
This is why he
nothing,
did it.
nothing. We gotta set, we gotta set the stage. You know what I'm saying? So yo, today at work, I decided I'm gonna get a lot done. But you know when like you want to listen to music or a video or something, I was like, yo, what can have me like oddly interested without like wanting to pay attention to too much? So when serial killers on YouTube, and I learned about a bunch of random serial killers in
the rabbit
America.
hole.
What? And I was fascinated, but I started wondering, why am I fascinated? Why do
so
all of these
strange.
videos have 4 million views?
It's weird, bro.
Bob, why do serial killers have groupies?
Because killing is sexy.
Why?
Women find power attractive, or some women, men as well, find power attractive. Who is
I
more
respect
powerful
it.
than someone who has the control of life?
That's an interesting way to look at it. For me, it's just intrigue. Like, you killed a whole human being. They said we were supposed to do that, dog. You did that. And you don't care? It's not even that he did it. It wasn't an accident. He wasn't robbing nobody. He just wanted to kill somebody.
No,
And
but
that's
it's not
fascinating.
even one.
No,
It's
I've
like
been-
them all go off like
I've been watching a lot of
on
Criminal
a
Minds.
bunch.
Bro, God.
I've been watching a lot of Criminal
Have you ever
Minds
watched the
recently.
interviews? Bro?
Yeah,
Like,
today.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, today.
Watch
I watched a
Criminal
whole
Minds.
Ed Kemper interview today.
Yo,
Enter
chilling.
interview today.
Chilling.
Listen to me.
We're listening.
Watch,
Yes, Ed.
watch Criminal Minds.
I will. I've heard about it. I've been
It
hearing
has
about it.
is about the FBI BAU, the behavioral analysis unit.
Fancy.
They do psychological profiles on serial killers, so that they can narrow down the suspect pool. So they know that based on how they carry out the killing, they can say, all right, this was probably done by a male. All right, he's killing the woman or the men because of this reason. Like, oh, he wants. There's one called a family annihilator.
Yeah.
That's a man who, like, a stressor threatened in his mind the security of his family.
Yeah.
So in order to prevent them going through that stress, him wipe them out.
Scene. But yo, was that around when Ted Bundy was doing his thing? Because Ted Bundy
I don't
threw
know.
everybody off.
No.
As
This is
a
a
man-
He was the
recent show.
turn of the century.
If the BAU
As a man
probably
who
came
watch,
around
as
in
a
the
man who watches
80s.
Criminal Minds,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you want to start somewhere, Marky, Criminal Minds is good.
Mm-hmm.
Bob, you remember Mindhunter? Did you
Yeah,
ever watch it?
I
told
never
you about
watched
it.
it.
All right, Mindhunter is about the two dudes
Yeah.
who created the concept of attaching who came up with serial killers, who came up with murder to mental state, who like created the whole
it's a
thing,
whole thing.
and like that whole thing involves Ed Kemper and a bunch of other serial killers around that time. Season 2 we have Bundy and like all those people.
Why is it only America that really have serial killers?
the
feel
size,
like it's not only America.
the size and the media?
Not only that, the media. We have a bag of murder. Look,
I
yo,
don't-
listen to dancehall.
I
What?
don't think.
But we
Bro.
don't have serial
No,
killers.
no,
in
no,
Jamaica.
let me finish. Don't bro me. Let me finish.
Well,
let me
I've
finish.
gone
Let me
mad.
finish.
Oh,
I
Go on, bro,
don't
bro.
bro,
think.
me.
I don't think we're meant
Yeah.
to deal
Bro
with the
job.
news of 7 billion souls.
That's true.
I think that's a lot. And like people, especially the white folk,
Mm-hmm.
The hollow
overheat,
people, bro.
overheat, dog, and do like some wild shit. Like we're not meant.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not meant to deal with the news of
Whole
7
car.
billion people. I'm not meant to be in Jamaica and know that man on the other edge of the world
Okay.
is
Okay,
like
okay,
suffering
okay.
and drowning. Like we're not meant to know, but we do, and we are. So we gotta figure it out. But Mark, you're not trying to make excuses for any of these sick folks, cause
Yeah,
dog,
yeah.
dog, bro.
Oh, now he bros us.
bro. No, it's a different race. I'm like dog.
Puss.
I keep saying Ed Kemper because Ed Kemper is the one who fucked
I
me
don't
up.
even know which one that is.
Why do you
Alright, pretty
fucking-
soon, he just have it. He like terrified me the most. Right? I heard 3. I heard Ted Bundy, which terrifying.
Jeffrey Dahmer is the one that fuck with me.
Bro,
still.
hold on. I heard Ted Bundy. I heard
God,
Jeffrey
that man,
Dahmer.
them.
Come to Manson, bro.
I know about Manson. I think
Manson's a
I
cult
think
of personality, bro.
and Manson like people did his stuff for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kemper
True.
ended his murder spree how it started from the want to kill his mother, ended by killing his mother, stabbing her, cutting her up, putting the head on the mantle, yelling at the head, then sticking his penis into her decapitated head, not through the mouth, but through the trachea, then had sex with the body, then sat and like went off, remember his business, then called the police and told on himself. How you do that to your mother? He said in an interview, crying, I came from her.
I watched that. Yeah.
How you do that, dog?
You know, it's weird because
And broken.
and the fact that
you
he
can't
was
fix that.
it's not the fact that he was aware of it. He was like, "Oh, this is why I do this shit. Let me go to the start and do it some more and just end it.
And
Maybe
like,
I'll
and
end
like
it
close
here.
it and like book
down.
close it."
The man was aware of himself.
He had a higher than average IQ for the time. He was like 148.
Smart people are usually
Bro,
very,
what
it's
the
usually smart
hell?
people. But you know why? Like he meds it out.
Oh,
And when you've gone that far, when you've done this, you're like, okay, what more have I done? I've killed somebody. Let me decapitate. Let me fuck the head. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Like he's already gone
and
so
this
far.
brings us back to the point that started this whole conversation.
Yeah.
Why them man they have groupies?
Bro.
Why girls see them thing then wet up? I know man is toxic and man do a bag of dumb
It's the
thing, but
power
man
thing.
don't like serial killers. Don't argue with me.
It's a
Y'all
combination of
goofy.
like, no, it's a combination of like, I think it's a fair thing. The fact that everybody's seeking
have the
power, right?
answer.
As you were saying. Oh, you have the answer?
Oh, he has the answer. What's the answer?
Jedi Knight is ready. Impart.
Dum,
Look at it this
dum,
way.
dum,
Hitler has
dum,
fans.
da, dum,
That's true.
dum, da, dum,
That's
Why does Hitler have fans?
dum,
'Cause he killed a bunch of
dum,
people.
dum,
It's
dum,
scary.
da, dum, dum,
Why
da,
do serial killers have fans?
dum, dum,
Because they kill a bunch of
But
people.
we're obsessed with Batman as a
So we
culture
should-
too.
Exactly.
We're obsessed with
Culture on a
Batman.
whole.
True.
We're like,
glorify
whoa, he
gunman.
can kill people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And war is glorified.
Why is
at least in
Batman
American
attractive?
nature. Why? Because
Why?
it's what you're not supposed to do, and we're always attracted to what
It's
we're not
always
supposed to do.
attractive until
Everything
The
in
imp of the
life is
perverse.
about sex, except sex.
Yep.
Sex is
It's
about power.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Everything in life that this I don't believe this. This is an old philosophy. Everything in life is about sex. So you gain a house to attract a mate. You make yourself intelligent and creative and all of these things to attract a mate. All of those things that you do to make who you are is about sex. Till you get
Vagina.
to sex. Sex is about power. That's an old Latin philosophy. Don't believe it, but it
I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt.
It has
because-
persisted.
What do you mean?
because it's. I mean,
The world is fueled by the desire to bed
I mean.
somebody else.
All right. Well, look
Why
at it
did you
this
say
way. If you're
bed?
if
Because you
you're
bed them.
if you live in the wild,
What about the car?
if you live in the wild, you don't want a house because you want to have sex. You want a house because the rain is falling.
I
on your head.
think
No,
let's
no,
no.
you want a house because the man with the house attracts the woman.
If
Bro,
you-
I'm just
if-
trying to sleep with like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but the
and if
woman
you-
them only going to come to the man with the house.
Let baby steps.
So let's not even think about people. Think about like
Aminals.
animals.
Aminals.
Aminals, right?
Interesting.
I despise birds, but birds are very.
What?
I hate them. But they're a very good example of this, right? Male birds, for example, the peacock, have these huge feathers
Just to show off.
to show off and attract a mate. Them huge feathers make them slower. Them can't fly, and predators can shell them. Life don't matter in the pursuit of gal.
So what happens when you have the gal?
You breed her and then you move on.
Literally.
But like
That's
if you-
biological. That's the purpose of biological life, to continue.
by this, the purpose of life is like to have sex and then like move on.
No,
The
that is
act-
what
the-
keeps life going.
It keeps like, but then
that's
what's
not
life?
the purpose.
That's to
the
me,
li-
life's not worth living.
No,
It's
the
like-
meaning
Sex
of
is
life,
the
the meaning of
machinery.
life,
Yeah.
you as a human being are
Yeah.
born with the gift and burden
Let's
of
drink it, bro.
consciousness. You are born with the gift and burden of knowing you're going dead. So what you do with your life and add meaning to it
The
is
most.
upon you.
Okay.
For instance, we don't know that a peacock has the consciousness that it born and it go dead. But the peacock know, more want have more of me.
True.
That's the most
true.
basic part of life. The most intricate tenet of life is actively trying to not die.
I agree. 65.
You know that-
Disagree. 35.
You know that busy signal song?
And that's the
Step Out?
BamCast.
Yeah.
You know him step out in and block?
Yeah. Still both man.
Right.
Shit,
you know
I
what I'm
messed it
saying?
up.
What I'm saying? I'm saying fuck girl and bust gun and smoke weed and have fun.
Yeah.
That's
But the
it.
thing, I feel
Wait,
like
wait,
it's just
no,
there's
wait, no.
nothing else to do.
That's all you do in
What the-
life.
What else?
That's
can
all you do in life. Your boss gun, your fuck girl. That's the sex part. Your boss
Man said
gun.
there's
Never
nothing
shot.
else to do.
A bullet
No,
in my
no,
life.
your boss gun. That's the fight. That's the fight
Oh,
for
this
dominance.
is me making movies and shit.
That's the fight for dominance. That's competition.
We're
Trying
getting
to
so
be
deep.
the most attractive one. Why smoke weed? Fuck that. Why not? And have fun. Recreation, like social interaction. Those are the only. You need the 4 F's in
Why
life.
did you take a busy signal song and
No,
turn
just to
into
show it. Just to
Because
show
that's
you
what
how
we do here at the
related-
BamCast, bro.
How easy it is to
That's
relate
what we do here at
to
the
these
BamCast. The
major
more you
concepts.
know.
Yeah. What was I saying a while ago?
Bus gun, weed, have
No,
fun,
after that.
intricacies,
I was
bringing
about to say
the
something.
4
He's about to
F's.
say something
The
deep.
4 F's. The 4 F's of life. Food,
That's why I'm
family,
the host. I
friends,
don't know how I
and
brought
sex.
that back.
I like how you didn't say fuck.
Thanks.
Like
That's all you need. You need 4 things in life.
food,
Food.
friends,
Mm-hmm.
family,
Mm-hmm.
fuck.
Mic check,
Film.
mic check, 1, 2, miggity, mic.
Steve.
Coming in hot right here
Coming in
now.
hot.
Steve check.
We have
Man's hot.
another tangential lane.
Let's do it. I lost myself
Another.
on that tangent. I'm still like thinking about.
No,
the
we
purpose
stay.
of
We
life.
stay on tangents. So, right, guys. I wanna ask Bob this because I know there's a reason. I don't know the reason, but I feel like until I know the reason, I'm allowed.
And
to
here
be,
we go out to Cotton in the Field.
I'm allowed to
Cotton
be
in the field.
ignorant, right? So I'm the cotton in the field right now.
No,
Bob, Mr. Bob, please tell me why they do Aunt Becky like that.
Wait, what happened? Who's that?
Yo, Aunt Becky, have you ever watched Full House?
What's her real name?
You've never watched
no,
Full
I've
House,
watched
man?
Full
All right, so you remember Aunt
What's her
Becky
real
that
name
was
again?
with Uncle Jesse?
Yeah.
She was sentenced today to a well, not sentenced yet, but she was.
She has been
potentially-
found guilty of what she was charged with, and she
potentially
could be
faces
sentenced.
40 years for paying money for picking them for go school.
Wait, what?
Fuck that
No,
shit.
no,
and
no,
it
no.
fuck
You've
up.
simplified it.
No, hold on,
Of
hold
course
on,
he
hold on.
has.
Of course I did. Of course I did. It fuck up. He was stolen a bunch of stuff from a bunch of people. Blah 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 blah. Bad money. Blah 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 blah. My G, 40 years. How y'all gonna do Aunt Becky like that?
I mean, she hasn't been sentenced. One.
What was
Yeah.
the crime? What was the crime?
She
What was the crime?
paid is a huge ring. A bunch of people do it. She's just one of the famous. Lori Laughlin's her name.
She's a
one
part
the
of a
famous
bigger
ones.
ring.
It's a huge
This,
ring.
This is why I like Bob to, tell me.
No,
these
she
things.
isn't a part of it.
No,
like,
what's the
just
crime?
You
Oh,
will
shit.
listen.
Sorry, sir. We are here in class, sir.
We are
Ready.
but plebs in your presence.
I'm glad you know. There's a big ring going on that people were changing SAT scores, lying to say that people were parts of sports teams so that they could get into good colleges on good in good placements. So
Scandal there.
Lori Laughlin and Felicity Huffman as well are 2 of the most famous people caught up in the scandal. So they paid thousands of dollars to this ring to make them kids go through to the best colleges. So Lori Laughlin, when the prosecutors came to her initially, they're like, "Yo, just plead guilty and we'll make you get where." She'd never take the deal because she think them was bluffing. So them say, "Alright, cool." So them go some woman add I think money laundering to the charge or something like that. Some like
God damn,
out there
man,
charge that have a maximum of 40 years. And she was
Just a
found guilty.
flex.
Yeah, just a flex, and she was found guilty. So she could be sentenced up to 40 years, but it's
Warmth.
fucked up. Like she pay a fine.
Yeah.
It don't make sense to give somebody jail time for that. The
Why
people
you
them
doing
done
that?
in a college.
You're going to come out a real scammer. You think it's a scammer
No,
now?
not even that. Like
I'm not making that shit.
man in a prison, rapist, murderer, pedophile in a prison for 1 year.
Big man thing.
Yeah.
You
So
can't.
why did they do her like that?
Why they do Aunt Becky like
Why did
that?
they do her like
Because she
Why they do
listen-
Aunt Becky like that?
She said, "I can't do nothing on pussy," and them say, "Alright, cool, watch pussy."
So it's a vindictive thing.
Look pan what pussy look
that?
like.
Real pussy. You are pussy.
Yeah, look pan a real pussy.
Yeah.
Fam, today when I read the article, I was like, yo, why they do Aunt Becky like that?
That wild
I
stuff.
don't care.
Wild
White
ass.
tears
I'm gonna
fuel
watch
me.
Full
I,
House.
I
with,
don't
like,
over.
tears.
I don't care about white tears, but Aunt
White
Becky.
tears fuel me, bro.
Imagine how Uncle Jesse and Alex feel now, dog. Imagine how the
Good-
twins feel.
Good thing they were fictional.
Nah, Aunt Becky,
They
bro.
real.
Aunt Becky was my Aunt Becky, son. Every night
I mean,
on
I
Nick at Night.
was watching black sitcoms. So.
Nah, I was watching everything that came on Nick at Night, son.
True.
It started with Full House, then it would run into Family Matters.
Family Matters.
You know what I mean? Roseanne,
The who will not be named Cosby.
Chano, Uncle Chano.
Yeah,
you,
no, my
you
uncle.
fuddled,
That
you
you got your
fuddled.
uncle.
No, it's America's uncle apparently.
It's
I'm
America's uncle.
Jamaican, so can't fuddle with you
There's
there.
a whole moth in here, and he's delicious.
Wow, look at that. So yo, weirdest kinks. I specifically, alright, context.
Thank you.
I was chatting the other day with a coworker of mine. Shout out, you know who you are. I'm not gonna call her name on the pod, but she like mentioned, yo, you should talk about this on the podcast. It'd be really funny. I'd love to hear. You know, everyone's free.
Make sure you're talking to the right spot, bro.
Yep, I got it.
Okay,
Got it.
bro.
So
Got it on the G spot.
there are hundreds. I've narrowed it down to 4. Why? I've narrowed it down to 4 of, in my opinion, the weirdest kinks. And yes, I'm kink shaming right now.
Number 1 is the shit one, don't?
No.
Okay.
Oh, that's scat. They call it.
There you go.
Scatophilia didn't even make the list.
2 girls, 1 cup.
That didn't even make the list.
That's soft, literally.
No, ew.
We all watched that.
Yeah,
Wow,
we did.
go home.
Okay,
No,
yeah,
I
we did.
didn't. I read the transcript.
You never saw that?
I didn't watch it. I read the
Who
transcript.
were you in
no,
high
no,
school?
I
You
know
read the
exactly what
transcript?
happens. I didn't watch it though.
That shit was so traumatizing. I remember
Literally.
the day. I remember the day and time of
I remember
watching
where
it.
I was.
Me too. Me
How
too.
I felt.
Me
as
too.
a
Me
person.
too. Where
When the
were
towers
you? Where were
fell.
you?
It was Arden. There was like these tires. There's stones around, and I better walk up. Yo, watch this. And I was like,
I'm never give you any context or anything.
that was it.
I remember I came back from the cafeteria, the lunchroom,
The canteen.
the food is what we used to call it. So we come back from the food spot and I walk upstairs.
Was this the hole in the wall?
Yeah, I walk upstairs. So
It was
I'm like,
literally a hole.
no, it was
in
a
the
literal hole in the wall. You see me? You'd pay $3.50 in the morning, and you come back at like $11.50, and there's a man there giving you lunch.
So
I didn't think it. It's. I should have.
cool,
But
they
anyway,
should have been robbed,
I
but
went
they
to KC.
weren't. Surprisingly.
I went to KC. So yo, right, forward back with Barry's lunch after a while. You know what I mean?
Forward back.
Just shelling straight. You know what I'm saying? Shelling the food in class, and a man goes, "Doug, pre this," and I watched it.
Always starts like that.
Bro, I watched it, and Doran was beside me, and Doran said, "Yo, give me a piece of your food." And I was like, "Nah, dog, I'm hungry." He showed me, and I gave Doran
Take
the
the
rest
whole
of my
of that
food.
ras.
Take the whole of that as out.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Kids in a
I'm
sandbox
outside.
was more painful. For
What's
me.
I don't
What's
want to know. He asked.
Pull it up.
No, fuck no.
No,
That's
if
the one.
Bob,
Pull it up.
if Bob says it's fucked up, we're not
That's the
on
one
that.
where the guy
I ain't give
takes
a shit.
the pliers and he takes the arm of the pliers and sticks it down his pee hole.
So moving right along. Weirdest kinks in the world. First weird kink that I thought was creepy. Okay, I don't remember the name of this one, but there's a specific thing where people are attracted to family members'
Oh,
undergarments.
incest. Why
I
do you
mean,
have to be
incest.
specific?
No. It's not incest. They're not attracted to the people.
Oh my God.
Them like them dirty drawers.
Is that mom's panties?
You know what I'm saying? And the man.
I can die now.
Most frequently happens in Scandinavia.
Scandinavian.
How do
Hello,
you guys
people.
feel about that?
Scandinavians.
WPS.
What's that?
White people
People
shit. Son. Moving right along.
Why y'all do that?
What's the next one?
Why y'all gotta do that, yeah?
What's
What's
the next
shit?
thing?
Alright, next thing is there are.
By the way, shout out to Japan. They have like dispensers.
when I
dispense
about
used
the dirty,
panties.
about the
No,
dirty
they're
panties.
actually, they haven't found, the used panties ones are rumored.
No, the
rumored.
used panty ones were real, but were discontinued due to global fanfare in 2006.
There you go.
Right, but you can get fresh panties with perfume sprayed on them in the vending
Not that I
machines.
would, but I'm not going
No,
to
I
Google
don't
that for
believe
any
you, but
reason other
okay.
than research.
I think the most amazing thing is in Japan
No,
is
I want to get the-
all you can eat conveyor belt sushi.
No, dog.
I just
want
sit
the-
down and the sushi comes to me.
I want the,
Wow.
the vending machine that makes like soup. The ones that bake pizza.
I don't want no vending machine soup.
No, it makes it fresh.
Yeah, man, with fresh roach.
Yeah. But it's Japan, so it's clean.
So next weird kink, there are people who get off simply by being exposed to the sunlight.
That is like, yo, that's unfair.
Man, them just need to
That's
go
an
outside on a
unfair
sunny day
advantage.
and
I know
bust.
what you are. Say it.
What?
A vegan.
Vampire.
Yo.
Vampire, jacuzzi.
Wow, that was a good ass accent.
Ah.
That's so unfair though. Like we have to go like take somebody to Fridays, vibe them, take them back. You just walk outside.
Some
bro.
people just walk outside and go, that's it. You know what I'm saying? And,
Solar powered
And-
nuts.
and. They're walking legumes.
Nut.
Solar beam!
So Tien, 10 was
Try
probably.
beam hard.
He was just spraying cum at niggas, dog.
TNU fish.
In my opinion, the weirdest fetish. I mean, not really, but just I
know
personally,
these
because
existed.
I didn't make it through the A's. To be real honest with you,
What's that?
there's a list of fetishes. There's a whole dictionary from A to Z. I'm still in the A's. I didn't make it through the A's because I started getting real weirded out. If you know what I'm saying, like whipkey. Anyway, there are folks out there whose thing is right. I need to be treated like a baby, and in
I've
being
seen that
treated
one.
like a baby,
Adult
that's
babies.
the only way I can maintain and gain an erection that you can then jerk off and make me come. Can't have sex because babies don't have sex. But if you treat me like a baby, I will then gain an erection to then be able to come.
That's too much.
Fam.
Let's buy some Black Stallion, bro.
There
One
was-
say America too much.
There was a CSI episode about
On the
that.
baby shit.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
I'm
I
just
think
trying
it's
to
CSI.
imagine myself.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's not so bad based like on
No, it is.
like the shit.
Or Lauren, it could have been SVU.
It could have been worse.
The shit.
it could have been shit. Yeah.
He comes with the bars.
Yeah, I mean,
The
it's who,
shit.
I know you send
Could've been
the something
worse.
in the group when the man asks if it's alright for pissing on wife.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I'm talking about
Is-
them about
is that-
sunlight.
Hold on, is that okay?
You read the article.
Yeah.
I only
Hold on,
saw
hold
the
on.
Pursuit of knowledge.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it
Alright,
healthy?
water
Is it okay?
It's called water sports.
Hold on, you're asking too
No, because
nicely.
no. You said
First of all,
no. You said piss.
you
in.
should be disgusted.
I'm not. It's
in your
just, it's just shit,
questioning.
man. It's just people.
He would
But
be
like-
having.
But anyway, water sports is when they piss on the outside of people. Pissing inside of people is not a common thing. This
That's
guy
just
was
another
just.
level.
This guy sent in the article said he had done it before, but now she's pregnant, so he doesn't want to hurt the baby.
That's not how
he
it works.
still
And the
do it?
doctors were just like, "Yo, it's
That's not how it
sterile,
works.
but it's gonna fuck with the pH, so she's gonna get yeast infections. But
Oh,
so don't do it.
science.
But it's sterile, so you know."
Or just don't pee in people. Like
Yeah, that's
Or
kinda
on
weird.
general
people.
general
It's
rule
kinda
of point.
If you guys, are
I hear
into water
peeing on people is a
sports,
whole thing. So
that's more
I mean,
power to you. But
brother, man
no
out there
offense.
shit pan girl for 10 grand. I mean, it's like,
My G.
All right, so moving right along.
My
Piss
G,
Bob
read
off.
that story.
Piss
on Twitter,
Bob
the woman,
off.
I get paid 40 grand for go make man shit pan her, but she
at
never know.
least I care.
She never know. She never know.
Maybe she never know.
She never know. That's what
This
she was
is-
going for. Our friend looked in car
He
and said,
has
yo,
to finish.
this is US dollars. You want to make $40,000 for a weekend work? So
Oh, it's
fuck.
40 grand US?
Yeah, she's like, yeah, man, no, you mean 40 grand for 3 days? It's all right, cool. You get 10 grand first. We'll fly out, we'll go up on the ship. You get the 30 grand and we're done. It's all right, cool. First day, them up on the ship, everything nice for a party and think everything nice. Second day, no, end of the first day, them call her in the room now. So she go in the room and the rich Arab man them who own the boat come in, get in peace. So boom, and she's all right, cool. She says, all right. She'll do what she have to do for get her money. It's all right, cool. Next day now, party and thing in the day, come evening, go back in the same room. She say, plastic spread upon the bed. Like a shower curtain. So the fuck I go on?
She knew exactly what the fuck is
No,
going
no,
on.
she never knows. It's her first time
No,
on
no,
this.
no.
Our
When
friend,
you
our
see a
friend know
shower
what
curtain
going
and a
no,
goddamn
she,
bed.
She don't know what going on. So she goes some boom now. The assistant in the room say, lay down, him soon come in. So my dad come in now. And him get up on the bed and him squat over her and just start shit on her.
Oh,
on her
that's
chest.
naughty.
And she says like she
Not
got
even like it's
Wait,
about
no?
to get warm. No catchphrase. Nothing.
she says she that got like she was so disgusted and like what really like make her jump up is that some of it nearly go in her mouth like it catch her up on her lip. So she pushed the dog off and it's like yo what the fuck and then them cuss her and run her and send her back in her room and lock her in her room for the rest of the thing and never give her no more money. She don't get shit pon you wouldn't just continue to take the shit pon for
Don't
the rest
get
of the money.
shit pun.
The shit don't reach you.
I mean,
Why
yeah.
get up?
All right. What lad? I'm still trying to wrap
You're trying to
my mind
process.
around. I'm on a shit pun me dog.
Sexually.
And my reaction is, what the fuck? Hey,
Yeah, move your
but,
I mean 10,000 years up here.
I mean,
That's
at
what
least
it
I
was called.
care. At least,
That's at least a car.
well, 40 grand US.
It's like those questions back in prep school. You the suck a man, you the suck a penis for $1 million if you get Listerine.
Like the Listerine is going to undo
Yeah.
the dick suck.
You going kill the
You suck the dick, but with the Listerine, that makes it worse. You
boy,
kinky son of a
no,
bitch.
boy, go kill the cooties.
The Listerine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't speak during Bob's story a while ago.
Yo.
The scat kill, I was utterly disgusted.
I'm sorry.
It could be doo-doo.
You see,
Dog, that's so nasty, man.
it's super nasty, but yo,
You know, I'm happy this is the next segment. I'm supposed to piss Bob off.
all right.
Yo, Bob,
Not literally.
someone had a car.
we just talked about. I have to let them know that's not what's about to happen.
Bob, someone had a car accident earlier on in the week, right? And they just tweeted innocently, "Yo, I had my seatbelt on. I survived this car accident." You know,
And the Bible
Big
Bible
up.
thumpers jumped
And-
out. I was like, nah, dog, Jesus do it. The man reach in and hold you, dog. Him save you.
The voice.
Jesus never did it.
Hallelujah.
Jesus crashed.
Yeah.
Wind up the monkey, Bob. what's
If
your
Jesus was
opinion?
taking the wheel, the car wouldn't crash.
Hallelujah.
So when him reaching at the car for save the dog,
to stop him from
seatbelt
dying.
hold him.
No, it's Jesus embraced the
No,
seatbelt.
the brother them a Volvo, but they'd come up with a 3-point seatbelt and never copyrighted and give it for free. And them
Jana.
dog that forget big up.
No, what you talking about? God held on to his seatbelts.
And turn the car off of the road.
Yeah, and flipped
Jesus
him
take the
over
wheel and just goes so boom. Fuck
and,
you.
and protected him through the roll.
Amen,
So-
brother Bam.
So, Bob, are you saying it was
Let me
not?
prove to you.
Are you saying it
That's
was
like
not?
that's
the
like
seatbelt?
you know the story of Job.
yes.
Oh my God, I hate that.
The devil look on God and say, the devil said, I
That's the
bet
boy-
you
the
I
boy
can
that
make
pussy
that
him.
dog you curse you. And God said, no.
no, not that dog. there. Bet me can take your most
Yeah,
faithful
make him
dog.
take your most
Let's just
faithful
acknowledge
dog
that
and flip him.
Christians acknowledge that the God and the devil just dead there play a game in the
Yeah.
row. We just dead there. Boy,
Just a
boy,
roll,
you know.
guys.
Yo, give me a hot jag on this. So where the fuck?
I got 5 advanced
5.
attack points. I
Yeah.
saw the man them play with the thing.
Yeah.
Apparently,
See that boy there? Him name Job.
Yeah.
He's strong enough.
The man say, yo, I bet I can flip your strongest ally. God say, all right, pussy,
God
do
probably
it.
took 5 seconds.
God never think about it.
Me put money for
No,
him.
God look what I say. You gotta do what? You even know my dog? That's all right, cool.
you know my dog roll deep.
Yeah, all right, no man.
What
You say you can do it?
Gabriel line up 500k. Me
And
put
that-
500k
And
for the
that
dog.
you say?
I said, that you
Anything you dep on?
say? Me the pan.
My dep on.
How about your bet?
And devil just look and say, cool. I fuck with Job. Watch.
First of all-
And God said, all right, go on, man, I'll do nothing for you.
No, after God said, anything you dep on, my dep on. The devil said, and I quote, watch your style here.
You know what
Watch
must be
that
fucked up though?
Watch
when
this
Job was
fucking
like,
style.
God, why?
And
Job
God,
go
was
about
like,
him.
God was like,
God said,
500,000
no,
by the end of the
God say, yo, new phone, who this?
Man say, with the phone
Job
around.
gone about him whole
Oh, this.
business, just a mind him whole family. Man take a
You
nap, man
dead,
take a nap
you
and
dead,
wake up.
you dead.
Jukum, whole family dead.
You know,
All the livestock, all the bug them on the farm. they
only
dead.
one other person I know do something like that.
Who that?
The Joker.
Bombard.
The Joker look on Commissioner
God
Gardner
has
and
an
say,
interesting
one
sense of
bad
humor.
day.
If he is up there.
The Joker said, one bad day is all it take, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
and
make
then-
somebody lose them sanity.
Then he raped and crippled
For
his
some
wife
people,
in
it
front
takes
of him.
probably like a week or
No,
we get the point.
Him never rape and kill the wife and cripple him.
No, it was Barbara. He pulled the door, bust her in the hip,
right.
cripple her, defile her, take pictures of it, put Gordon on a roller coaster and show him photos of it.
Right.
While he was stripped naked.
That was the storyline where Batman killed the Joker.
Right, but didn't Gordon like...
Wasn't that Killing Joke?
That was Killing Joke. That
But
was Killing
it's
Joke.
not fully decided if he did. I think he did.
The man,
The man ha-ha-has went to dots. I'm on
I'm
nigga
either
choke out.
sleeping or I'm dead.
I'm on nigga choke out.
No,
I'm
man,
on
man
nigga
dead,
choke
man.
out.
This
I'm on
Pokemon is unable to battle.
When
Batman
you-
wins.
We laugh
When
and
you
shot
when you ever
dead.
see Batman laugh? Batman did laugh and kill that dog.
Thank you.
I
Yo.
said I was going to piss Bob off, and I did.
Are you pissed off, bro?
Yeah, and anytime Bob like takes the reins, he's particularly annoyed on a thing.
That's interesting.
Yo, Bob,
So you're laid
follow-
back until somebody pisses
Drive
you
up,
off.
pull up, sitting on the Vix.
following up on this, you know,
450 on the seat.
God rest his seatbelt
I'm sorry,
conversation.
so if you were like being tortured, they wouldn't get you until they like pour milk before cereal or some shit.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm a bitch. I can't take pain.
Oh, okay.
I just deal it out. I can't take it back. I've accepted that about myself. I'm a bully, but it's unfortunate. Bullies
I
are
have a high
deeply
pain
insecure.
tolerance,
That's
so
why it
we would-
happens.
we'd be
Oh, are you
friends.
saying you're deeply insecure?
Probably.
Ooh,
Most
look
likely.
at that progress.
He's
Bob.
what? Deeply insecure?
Most likely.
Progress.
What does that
Progress.
mean?
That's why I'm a bully.
Mm.
There are certain questions I have about myself that I can't answer.
So you just go blah.
Yeah.
Mm. I'm gonna take this as progress because you don't really get that. You just get fuck you.
Yeah,
Anyway,
no, but fuck you still. Like, no. Here's
Yeah,
the thing:
ma.
the fuck you is like a background sound. So it's always there. It's like area of effect. You know them AOE spells. So as long as you're around, with the fuck you is in effect.
It's like a yo. What's that?
But
thing
I can cast other
what's that thing in
spells like
Hunter,
immolation
like
and
the,
shit.
the shit.
I have not
No,
watched
you have to
Hunter
speak
Hunter
to
yet.
him
Don't
about-
spoil, don't
whoops,
spoil, don't
whoops.
spoil, don't watch it yet.
My bad. My
Watch
bad.
I
it.
have to
It's
speak
on-
to him
it's
about
on my
those
list.
things. I don't
We
consume
We're
visual
gonna
media.
talk about 6 round tricks, but I don't actually think we're gonna
Not
because
got time.
we're running
We're
out
out
of
of time.
time.
And the
But
warden done
I'm
call
gonna
me.
make Bob wrap it up with this. Bob, man, them did say after the whole seatbelt conversation, right? Oh, man out here being atheist / agnostic for hype.
Ooh.
What do you mean? Of course, it's because it's an exclusive club and all the members get like special treatment.
Is it though?
You
What kind of
ignorant
special treatment
cunts.
you get?
Where do I sign
It's
up?
Jamaica. You know, people don't pre this way because Jamaica, it's not classified that
Anytime
way in the
this start
news,
happen.
dog. This is a right-wing
Go off, my
conservative
killie.
country.
Go off.
Of blacks.
Jamaicans most closely relate to rednecks in America in terms of their beliefs.
I would
Hot
guess that.
take.
Hot tool. More when we return.
Yes.
Expound.
But it's true that their views on marriage,
Closely related to church.
right?
Um,
Basically,
traditionalist.
all the beliefs of the rednecks in America come from the church, and all the beliefs of Jamaican people come from the church. So therefore, Jamaicans are akin to rednecks. We're a right-wing conservative country for the most part.
So we believe in shotgun marriages and no abortion.
No, I don't believe in a marriage, dog. Don't
and-
believe in that. There's no abortion. Look at it this way.
The,
You know,
the subjugation of women, essentially.
subjugation of women, yes. But look at it this way. Jamaica is a big tourism hub, yeah?
Yeah.
We don't have any casinos. We do not have any casinos in Jamaica with live dealing. All casinos in Jamaica are machines.
That's true.
You know why you can't
Never
get a live
noticed
dealing casino in Jamaica?
Why?
The church?
Because the church is opposed to gambling.
But
So
like,
the
So
church-
their
the church will let a
compromise
machine?
is the machine. That's the compromise.
all right. So,
Yeah.
In
But
a
I
real
think
life?
we recently gave out 3 licenses to foreign-owned companies in hotels.
of course.
Just foreign-owned hotels.
Yo,
to operate live
Jamaican
dealing
will
casinos.
sell our money to a white man in a
Hell
dog.
But
That's
so that's one
insane,
thing.
But it's like 50 grand for
You-
the Sunday.
The flexi week, flexi work week, the legislation to allow it was heavily pushed back against by the church
I need my flexi work week.
Why?
because people need to go to church on Sunday.
The Sabbath.
But like, go if you
And-
want to go, bro.
No.
No,
How
no,
will
no.
they collect tithes if you don't go? And if you have to work on Sunday, you won't go to church and you won't pay tithes.
I need to talk. You know, I'm a pastor's son and I still don't know how the church make money.
Cause the roof always have a fix, so the collection always have a take.
Oh my
Yo,
God, the roof
I
always
really
have
hope
to
my
fix.
dad's not watching this podcast.
Oh my God, the roof always have to fix.
The roof always have to fix
I
Oh,
it.
still
he's
think that
so
roof
right.
will go over your head.
Anytime. Anytime.
Thank you guys for listening to this episode of the BamCast. I'm so happy. Like I told you guys, we're with Pod. Shout out to the co-host Bobby B
Moon.
and the guest as always, the G.
I don't actually have a catchphrase.
G-Dog.
Big up yourself.
Nah, tell them where to find you.
Alright, you can find me on Instagram at gem_dreamchaser. That's GEM_DREAMT. Shit, that's not right. GEM_DREAMCHASER. Twitter, GemJamGym. That's GEMJAMGYM. It's Barry G, the Boogeyman.
Find the pod everywhere at the BamCast. Find Bob everywhere at
Don't
Bob
find
Damn
the
it.
f- suck
I
on
him
the
said don't find
sure.
him. If you want to follow me personally, you can follow me at Martin
find
Pagan.
guides.
We're at the BamCast everywhere else. Straw House JA, my niggas.
Save the planet, kids. That's the only one we have.
I mean,
Mars ain't it.
Jupiter kind of slaps though.
Where?
Jupiter. Got a
California
ring and shit.
Apparel.
You know them
Use the
say go
promo
to
code.
Jupiter to get more stupider.
Oh, look at
You
that.
just prove
Stupid
it.
people
California
happy.
Apparel.
Stupid
Use the
people
promo
happy.
code BAM20. Get 20% off anything you've ordered. Thank you guys for tuning in to this.